And we're talking about the schools reopening next Monday. All the research is there to say that there are low transmission rates and the risks are low in schools. But how do you feel about it with everything that's going on now at the moment? Eric is on the line in Limerick. Eric, you're a secondary school teacher, so it's interesting to get your side of the story and how you feel about it.
Hi, Ciara. How are things? First, I'd like to start by saying when schools reopened in September, I was fully behind it. I was fully in favour. The numbers were reasonably low. Online learning had proved very challenging for the students and for the teachers, and people needed to go back. People need to go back as much as we could. However, based on what we see now, I don't see how schools can go back. I don't see schools go back next week, never mind in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time. For me, this is about we need to be told the number of what's safe. So how many cases a day in the general community is deemed a safe number or an acceptable number of transmissions, and what's deemed dangerous? We're at thousands at the moment. That's surely dangerous. I think I heard somewhere is a 1 in 40 of the population have had COVID or have it or something like that. It's massive numbers, and for the safety, I listened to your last caller there. For the safety of teachers and students, we need to know what's going on. From a teacher point of view, one thing I'd be concerned about is how the current leaving certs are going to get a head around this new change. I teach a practical subject, so I'm in a classroom that tools are shared. The pupils come in and out the whole time. The level of transmission is much higher. At the start of the year, we had the windows in the classroom open, no problem. If you remember back September and October, the weather was really nice, it was really warm. However, in December, it was cold. If we go back now and all the windows are open, the lads will get sick, teachers will get sick, people will wonder, is the sickness COVID or is it just a cold? I think we're dicing with trouble.
That's I don't know. Now, look, it is a common myth out there that coldness brings on illness. It doesn't really, but you're right. Sharing of tools and all of that in a pandemic can put people at risk. I too totally get where you're coming from. So you're saying maybe give it another couple of weeks. What would be the fallout for students, aside from what we've heard from some of the parents that were on earlier talking about what it means to kids to get back and mix with their peers and get out of the house and all that side of things? What will be the educational fallout from missing another 2 weeks?
Well, thankfully, the Department of Education has shown a willingness to alter the curriculum and alter the exams to suit circumstances. So that's a good thing. But where I would see what children and what students would worry about is they would worry about what's going to happen. They would worry about the unknown. They would worry about, will my orals happen in a couple of months' time? Will the practical exams happen? My students, they have a project to submit on the 16th of January. School probably won't be open on the 16th of January. I don't know. They were emailing me over the weekend wanting to know what the update on that was. I don't know. I can't offer any clarity. All I can offer is what I think will happen, but it's an assumption.
Yeah.
So,
but you personally don't feel safe going back next Monday?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I would be apprehensive. In the first wave, I knew no one that got COVID. I heard of people, but I knew no one. But in the last couple of weeks, colleagues of mine have got it, students in the school have got it, friends of mine got it over Christmas, children of friends of mine got it. So it's now getting closer to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, Eric.
In the first wave, it was out there. People were getting it, but I didn't know anyone. But now I know lots of people that have had it and had to isolate over Christmas. Yeah. So what I'd like to say to students out there is try not to worry. The department will alter the exams to suit they'll alter the exams to suit what happens. They'll make the exams easier. They'll give you more time. They'll cut down the number of questions that needs to be done, and the parents as well. So that's the best advice I can give is the exams will be altered. As you saw,
unprecedented circumstances. I think that is good advice. Eric, thank you very much for coming on, and whatever happens, we wish you all the very best for when the schools do reopen.